Have a seat, Steve. Where were you the night Scott Lowe was killed?
Yeah, don't bother with condolences.
Where were you?
I already told you where I was. I was with my ex-girlfriend, Penny Lappin. I didn't tell you to begin with because I didn't want to get back to Catherine. She'd been through enough.
When'd you leave Penny's?
You guys are amazing, man. 2 a.m., I told you.
Penny said you left at midnight.
You see your wristwatch here? I went over. We did it. I left. It was late. If Penny's saying midnight, okay, so I was off a little.
Now, when a guy leaves an ex-girlfriend's apartment after banging her, when he knows he shouldn't be there, you keep an eye on the clock.
That's you. Me? I don't care.
Okay. So what'd you do after you left Penny's at midnight?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you this one more time.
Now, you're gonna tell us whatever we ask, however many times we ask it.
I left Penny's. I went to my shop. Passed out on a couch in the back.
Did you have any arguments with Scott when you were living with his mom?
No. And I know you guys want to pin Scott's death on me so you could punch out early. But sorry, looks like you're actually gonna have to do some work and find out who did. Now, am I under arrest or not? Because I got some work to do.
Yeah, go to work. Don't let your girlfriend's kid getting killed ruin your day.
Oh, is that what you want me to do? You want me to cry and carry on to prove I didn't do it? Well, I got feelings about what happened to Scott, but I'm not gonna break down to make you guys feel better.
Stay reachable, Steve.
All right, you listen to me.
Hey, I told you all I know.
Shut up and listen to me, or I'll be talking to you with my shoe pressed in your throat. Now, if you had something to do with Scott Lowe getting killed...
You guys are amazing.
Shut up! If this was an accident, now's the time to tell us. If we gotta prove it, I don't care what happened. I'll make sure you get the needle.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You get out of here.
What do we got?
Elderly woman, Vanessa Gaviola. Her apartment.
Who called it in?
Larry Tyner. Lives 2 doors down. He's saying he'd do odd jobs for her, look out for her. Went to check on her, and this is what he found. Look, this guy's, he's an ex-con. Did 10 years for a rape assault.
Guess we'll have a conversation with him then.
We came right out with it. He's being honest, for whatever that's worth.
All right.
Building supers over there, too. Black guy on the stairs. At Don Goldhammer. They're both going on about the old lady's grandson as a suspect. I don't get any details.
Keep them both around.
You got it.
Strangled. Doesn't look like a robbery. She's got an ex-con rapist doing errands for her. Yeah, something's a little off with that. I'll take him. Why don't you talk to the super? Okay. Larry Tyner?
Yeah.
Detective McDowell. So you went to check on Mrs. Gaviola? That's how you found her?
Yeah.
You have a key?
No, the door was open a little, which is unusual, so I ducked my head in. As I told your officer, I got a record. I'm not trying to hide it from anybody.
Rape assault.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Gaviola knew that.
Everybody did.
So what's this about her grandson?
Jerry Gaviola, a real sad case, junkie.
You like him for doing this?
Oh, he was always working Mrs. Gaviola for money, ripping her off. She couldn't say no to him.
We'll talk to him. And we're gonna need to talk to you as well.
Sure, I know.
How long has Mrs. Gaviola lived here?
20 years.
Do you know this guy, Larry Tyner?
Yeah, I know Larry. Everybody here does.
How long's he lived here?
2 years.
What's your take on him?
You never know he was an ex-con. Courteous, helpful, honest.
Like a Boy Scout.
I'm telling you, he's a good guy. I trust him with my grandkids.
Miss Lowe, we're very sorry for your loss.
Find who killed my son. Please.
We're gonna do everything we can.
Having given it more thought, is there anyone you're leaving out who could have had something to do with your son's death?
My ex-husband, Jim. It's the only person I can think about.
You feel your ex-husband was capable of killing Scott?
He could have taken Scott, kidnapped him. I know that for sure. Maybe something went wrong. I don't know.
Well, are there any other men who had access to this apartment other than your boyfriend, Steve?
No.
No one else had keys to the apartment?
Scott Scott's birthday's next week. He was gonna be 13. I had a party planned.
Anyone else have keys, ma'am?
No.
Miss Lowe, you said that you were at Odell's bar 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
And you left at 2 a.m.?
Yes.
And you were at Odell's the whole time? Didn't go anywhere else?
Okay, I want to be very clear about this. If you came here to ask me if I know who could have killed Scott, fine. I told you. But if this conversation's gonna turn around into you asking me if I had anything to do with or know anything about my son's death, you stop right now. Because there is only so much I could take.
We need to ask everyone who was close to Scott.
Did you hear me?
Crime scene's here.
Yeah, 1 minute.
What does that mean?
We need to process the apartment for any fingerprints in case this was an abduction. It'll take a few hours.
Is there someone you can stay with, a friend or a relative, until crime scene is done?
You're kicking me out of my own house.
This has to happen, man.
Hey, Cap, wait up.
Have a seat.
You got a job, Larry?
Yes, ma'am. I hang sheetrock for Dickerson Construction. Been doing it for 2 years now.
Is that where you were this morning?
No, we're between jobs.
Where were you?
My apartment, reading.
What was your relationship like with Mrs. Gaviola?
I considered her a friend. I can say she felt the same way about me.
How often did you do odd jobs for her?
A lot. She couldn't get around very much.
What kind of jobs?
Mrs. Gaviola had no family here other than her grandson, Jerry, who, like I said, was a real heartache for her. He couldn't kick drugs. He'd always be working her for money.
We'll get all that when we talk to Jerry. What kind of jobs did you do for her?
I'd get groceries for her, bring her mail. I'd cook for her. I like to cook. A lot of time we just sit around and talk. She grew up during the Depression, so she always had some stories.
You still on parole?
2 more years, yeah.
We're gonna need you to account for your day and verify employment. Plus, we're gonna need to talk to your PO.
I absolutely know why you're talking to me right now. I got no hard feelings about it.
Good.
Anything on the mom?
Nothing, no. We're gonna go by the bar she was at the night her son went missing, verify she was there.
Crime scene's processed in the apartment. All right.
Hey, I ran the dad's record. Took a loitering caller in the meatpacking district 15 years ago.
He sure did.
Are we bringing him in?
Yeah, he's on his way.
Can I help you? Looking for Detective Sipowicz.
Right here.
Detective Gagan. Borough trustee, we talked on the phone.
Yeah, we were gonna do this next week.
I had a meeting here, so thought I'd try you. Got your folder.
All right, real quick.
John, there's gonna be someone dropping by to pick up our
Time records, have them ready, will you?
Certainly.
Want some coffee or anything?
I'm good.
It's just that a friend of mine's dad died recently, and I guess he left a mess in terms of paperwork, so I just want to make sure I was up to speed with all that.
Anything you want to know in particular?
Yeah, mostly if something happened to me, what I got coming for my son. He's 6.
Well, to start, the city pays a beneficiary your salary, tax-free, for the remainder of their life. If it's a minor, till they're 18. 23 if they go to college. You also got $100,000 coming from your DEA insurance policy, plus 10 grand for the burial.
So he'd be taken care of?
Mm-hmm. You'd also get 10,000 from the police relief fund. You're first grade?
Yeah.
You know that $3 and change you put in every day for the DEA annuity benefit? That'd probably pay out 30 or 40 grand.
Is this if I die in a line of duty or not?
No. You get hit by a bus on the way home or drop dead from a heart attack. That's called a death gamble.
Yeah, huh?
Any money due from the city's prorated, like you retired day before you died. You died today, probably come to anywhere from 600 to 800 grand, plus the 100 from the DEA, and 10 for burial.
Okay, so either way, my son would be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. City and life insurance both list as sole beneficiary your wife, Sylvia Costas. That still work?
No. No, she passed away 3 years ago.
Sorry to hear that. Actually happens more often than you'd think. A guy's not updating their policy. After a divorce or death. So I guess you'd probably want your son listed as beneficiary.
Yeah.
Fill this out. Now, with a minor beneficiary, you're going to want to set up a trust. Who's going to be the guardian of your son in case you die?
Listen, I'm going to have to do this some other time.
Sure.
We're very sorry for what happened to Scott.
I kept hoping. I kept hoping. Any leads, any hunches, anything?
Well, it's very early in the investigation.
I guarantee you this is going to come back to some scumbag that was mixed up with Catherine. I guarantee it.
Now, Mr. Lowe, as investigators, we have to maintain complete objectivity. We have to look at everyone, and we have to ask difficult questions.
I understand.
We saw that you were arrested for loitering in the meatpacking district 15 years ago.
I remember, yeah.
What was that all about?
Why?
Like my partner said, we got to ask some difficult questions.
I had an open beer in the street. This is when I was in college. I was being stupid.
This is outside a gay club.
I was in from upstate. I'd never seen people like that. I was drunk. I went down there to rubberneck, I guess, and I got arrested. It was a complete misunderstanding.
So we run your name for prior arrests nationwide. Are we going to find any other misunderstandings?
No.
When we ask people who know you, are we going to hear anything about a gay lifestyle?
No.
Any of these misunderstandings contribute to your divorce?
I'm hoping you're not going where I think you're going with this.
Getting angry will only make things worse, so stay calm, understand why we have to ask, and answer the questions.
I am not gay. I'm not attracted to boys. I wasn't attracted to my son, okay? Can we drop that now?
Mr. Lowe, did you have anything to do with your son's death?
No.
We can help you now if you did. If you wait till later, that decision can add 10, 20 years in jail. Now is the time to talk to us if you had any involvement whatsoever.
No, I didn't. I would like to go now so you can devote your time to finding out who killed my son.
We're gonna need you first to account for where you were the day Scott was murdered.
I am deeply offended.
And we understand. Write down where you were 2 days ago.
Dave McClanahan.
Yeah.
Detective Jones of Medavoy. We spoke on the phone.
What's up?
You know a Catherine Lowe?
She's a regular. It's about her kid getting killed.
Was she in here on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
When'd she leave?
I don't know. Listen, Catherine's a sweetheart, all right? She had nothing to do with a kid getting killed.
When'd she leave?
Late, like midnight. I don't know. I was busy.
Was she with any guys?
She was socializing.
She leave with anybody?
Not that I saw. Are you guys really looking at Catherine for doing this?
Hey, Dave, we got places to be, so how about just answering our questions?
I don't know about her and any guys.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, you guys cops?
Yeah, why?
You asking about Catherine's son Scott getting killed?
You know anything about it?
Catherine's so head over heels with Steve, she's not thinking straight.
Steve, a boyfriend?
Yeah, Kath comes in all upset because her and Steve broke up. What caused it was Steve and Scott getting this argument, and Steve smacked Scott around. Kath didn't want to tell the cops because she figured it would make Steve look bad. And she swears he had nothing to do with Scott being missing. But now, Scott is dead. So, I don't know.
What's your name, ma'am?
Pam Gulliher. I just thought you guys should know.
Well, thanks for your help, Pam.
Yeah.
Have a seat, Jerry. Where you been this morning?
Why?
Just answer the question.
I got a bus card from the ACLU in my wallet. You want me to pull it out? I could read you what my rights are.
You'll be reading it from that cage. Then we'll come back in 3 hours and ask you the same questions we are right now.
I was out. Wandering around, nothing much, no big deal.
Stop by your grandma's?
No.
Oh, we found her, Jerry.
Yeah, where?
In her apartment. Murdered.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you guys serious?
Jerry. Do you know anything about this?
Well, she's really dead?
Yes, she's dead.
And she's not dead. She can't be dead.
Did you go by your grandma's to get some money and she turned you down? Did that piss you off?
Larry somebody. This guy lived on her floor. He's an ex-con. I told her not to hang around with him, but she said that he changed, you know, because she's a Christian. She's big time into all this forgiveness stuff. But I told her. I can't believe she's dead.
Did you hurt your grandmother this morning?
I can't believe it.
Answer the question, Jerry.
No, I didn't hurt her. She was my angel. She was my best friend.
Anything from the bar?
Yeah, friend of Catherine's. She was there Wednesday night at Odell's and said that Catherine was upset over the breakup with her boyfriend, Steve. The reason they broke up is that Steve smacked her son, Scott, during an argument.
We're grabbing him up.
Yeah.
What's up with the grandson?
He took the news of her death pretty hard. I don't know. Rita's getting where he was today, and we'll verify it.
You holding him?
Well, we don't have enough. Plus, he's demanding to leave. Got an ACLU rights card in his pocket, which he's quoting from.
Can you get your hands on him if you need to again?
Yeah.
Hi. I'm Officer Anderson from the Borough to audit the time records.
Sure, let me get in for you.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Need some help?
No, I've been helped. Thanks. I'm Maya Anderson. I work in the 2-5, but I'm on restricted duty auditing time records.
Baldwin Jones, what, line of duty injury?
Oh, no, I wish. I was running some trails upstate and landed on a tree root. I tore my knee up a little, but I should be back to full duty in the next couple of weeks.
Here's our time records. Anything else?
No, I guess not.
Well, nice to meet you. Feel better.
You too. Thanks.
I ain't a yo-yo, guys. This is starting to get old.
One more time, Steve. Did you have a problem with Scott Lowe?
No.
You ever put your hands on him?
No.
So that fight you had with Catherine, the one you broke up over, that wasn't about you smacking Scott around?
And don't lie to us.
Me and Kath got in an argument. Scott started screaming at me and slapping at me.
Did you put your hands on him?
A little backhand, a little slap, once.
Get on your feet.
That's all that happened.
I said get on your feet!
Get your hands off of me.
I've had it with you.
Yeah, I've had it with you, too.
You're gonna tell us what happened 2 nights ago with Scott.
Get your hands off of me now.
You're not leaving this room until you tell us what happened.
I'm warning you.
You're warning me about what? Get off of me. Eddie, get off of me! Get off of me! Get off! I didn't do it! I didn't do it! I didn't do it! Come down! Get up! Get a big chair. I didn't do it!
Tell us what happened. I'll keep him away.
I didn't kill Scott, you assholes! We're holding you here for assault, and we're gonna keep on going till you tell us what happened. I didn't do nothing to that kid! I didn't do it! Enough.
Boyfriend's dug in. We're gonna give him a little time to cool off and go back.
What happened to you?
He resisted.
Don't tell me you tuned this guy up.
He resisted. He came at me.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
What about Danzig? Is he banged up bad?
No. I got him 1 or 2, then Junior jumped in.
Phone dump came back from Catherine Lowe's apartment. The night her son went missing, there were 2 calls in from the Dwyer house. One at 8:15 and 8:30 p.m.
Dwyer. Tommy Dwyer's the ex-cop whose son was the DOA's friend.
Yeah.
Did we ever talk to the son?
Now, we talked to Tommy. He said his kid didn't know nothing. Get over there.
Yeah. Can you get Danzig to a cell downstairs?
Yeah, sure.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Blatant print got a hit off a football helmet on Scott Lowe's bedroom dresser. Comes back to a Rick Saverin. He comes back with a couple of priors for burglary.
His name come up in any of the interviews with the mother?
No.
What's it gonna take to get these people to start telling the truth?
Hey.
How's it going, Tommy?
Okay, what's up?
We need to talk to Jake.
About what? Scott?
Yeah.
He don't know anything. I've asked him like 10 times.
Tommy, come on. Jake was his best friend. We gotta ask.
No, yeah, sure, I understand. I'm in the room, though.
Okay.
Jake? Come here, pal. These are detectives. They're gonna ask you some questions, all right?
Hey, Jake. Detective Clark, Sipowicz. Did Scott mention anybody he was afraid of? Anybody who wanted to hurt him?
His mom's boyfriend, Steve.
Now, did Scott say Steve wanted to hurt him?
I don't know, I guess.
It's important you try and remember.
He didn't like Steve. That's basically what he said.
Did you try calling Scott at his apartment Wednesday night?
No.
You sure?
He's sure. He just told you.
Tommy, did you call their apartment?
No.
Jake, do you know anything about how Scott got killed?
No.
This was your best friend, Jake.
Okay, that's it. Go play at Eddie's. Wait to hear from me. What the hell is this? Badgering my kid?
Tommy, there were 2 phone calls placed from this apartment to the Lowe's Wednesday night.
So?
Who made them?
You know, I tried to do the right thing here and help you guys out, and you ambush me and my kid?
Who made the phone calls, Tommy?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Jake made them, but he forgot. It's not like he's not borderline traumatized with his friend getting murdered. Oh, what, I'm getting eyeballed now? Listen to me. My son doesn't know anything about it. And that's from a guy who did 20 years on your job, okay? Now, I told Jake to keep his ears open at school, and if he hears anything, I'll pass it along, all right? Now, we're done.
Have you had any progress?
A little.
Please just tell me that he wasn't molested before he was killed. Just tell me that Scott didn't suffer.
There's nothing to indicate that.
Thank God.
Ms. Lowe, we got a fingerprint hit off a football helmet in your son's room.
From who?
A Rick Savrin.
Do you know him? Do you know him, Miss Lowe?
Yeah, I know Rick.
How?
He's a friend of my boyfriend, Steve's.
And when was he over here?
About a week ago. Look, just don't tell Steve that Rick was over here. It would look wrong.
Well, because Rick Savrin spent the night.
That's none of your business.
Ms. Lowe, you need to tell us who's been in this damn apartment.
Rick spent the night once. Scott was sleeping over at a friend's house. Rick would not kill Scott. I don't understand why we got to bring him into this whole thing.
Have any other men spent the night or been over here in the last few months?
Phil Weston, I work with him.
We'll need to speak with both of them.
Why, you want to hear all the dirty details? Is that what comes next?
Ma'am, we're not trying to cause you any embarrassment, but we need to know what men have been in this apartment and had contact with Scott. Because when kids get murdered, it's usually by men who knew the victim.
Phil and Rick. That's it. That's all there was.
Are you protecting anyone, Miss Lowe?
Get out of my apartment! Now, get out!
Detective Ortiz?
You need a search warrant on Dwyer's apartment.
Based on what?
2 phone calls from their apartment to the DOA's the night he went missing. Both the dad and son said they didn't make any calls over there that night.
Were there any messages left?
No.
What was the dad and the son's excuse when you hit him up with this?
Well, Dad got belligerent. Said his son might have forgot. There's no way you forget about making 2 phone calls.
We need a search warrant so we can have crime scene process the apartment. Something's up with him and his son.
Can you call court and expedite it?
Yeah, I'll have it prepared. Just swing by there on your way and swear to the affidavit before the judge.
Thanks.
That was the super, the elderly DOA's building. He said the grandson, this Jerry Gadiola, showed up 10 minutes ago and went into his grandmother's apartment.
Isn't the apartment sealed?
Yeah, he ripped the crime scene tape off and went right in.
We better head over there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold.
The mom know Rick Savrin?
Yeah, banged him a week ago.
She banging anybody else?
Co-worker. We're on it.
Hey. Hi. I need a minute with Detective Jones.
Okay.
We have a strong Detective Jones?
Yeah. Maya.
Very good. You remember. Real quick.
All right.
3 weeks ago, your time card says you worked until 18:15. Now, our records at the borough have your tour ending at 1800. That's 15 minutes unaccounted for. Now, what are we going to do about this?
Yeah.
Maya.
Yes, Detective?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a really important case. I can't do this right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Maybe some other time.
Yeah, maybe some other time.
Yeah, I'd let this slide if I could, but I can't. See, that's 15 minutes of taxpayer money we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on their way over to pick it up. I'll hold. What?
I don't know what that was all about.
Oh, I think you got a pretty good idea.
No, I'm serious.
Just not around me, okay, Baldwin? I'm not ready for that yet.
Valerie.
Yeah, I'm right here. Uh-huh.
What?
We got a search warrant, Tommy. We need to come inside.
For what?
We're gonna process the apartment.
What, we suspects? What did we do?
We're gonna process every place Scott's been.
Oh, you guys are... Let me see it.
It's all there.
Come on, Tommy. Don't turn this into something.
You're the ones turning this into something.
Let's go, guys.
You still won't open the door.
Jerry, open the door. Detectives McDowell and Ortiz, open the door, Jerry.
You got a key?
Yeah.
Open it. Oh, God. Help me out. He's cold. Let me put a rush on a bus anyway. 50 squad to Central K. Put a rush on a bus, 2403 Avenue D. I didn't kill my grandma. Ortiz, just back up, okay?
Oh, man, I would have opened the doors sooner if I'd have known he was gonna do this.
It's okay, just back up.
Come on, come on.
Thanks. Emmy said she was raped, then strangled.
Oh, we gotta bring in this Larry real easy.
Yeah. Just wait there, okay, guys? Okay.
How much longer is this gonna be?
A little while longer.
It's embarrassing. You guys' cars are all out in front of the building.
We just want to do it right so we don't have to come back here again.
Hey, Andy, they're ready.
No, you wait here.
The light. Well, this is our crime scene. Just tell us what happened, Tommy.
I will. But you gotta promise that this will land on me. Leave my son out of it.
We can't do anything till we know what happened.
Scott was over. I went out to get some pizzas, rent some video games. I was gone a half hour at the most. I never hid my guns from Jake. Like they tell you in the academy, don't make your guns a mystery to your kids. If he wanted, I'd unload it and let him hold it. Jake said that Scott had been after him to see the gun. So Jake went in the closet, got it. And Scott wanted to put the clip in. So Jake did. And they took turns, you know, snapping the clip in and hear the click. But Jake took the clip out, and then they started playing with it again. He didn't know. I keep one in the chamber. I got there 10 minutes after it happened, and Scott was dead.
When'd you bury Scott?
That night. There was nothing we could do. And there was no way. I was taking a chance on my son doing time in a youth facility. He wouldn't make it.
Did you give half a thought to the investigation?
Of course I did. And I want it known. I put Scott in a place where he'd be found so he could have a proper funeral. I mean, I could have made it so that his body never would have been recovered.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for that. Meanwhile, we're ripping his family's guts out, figuring one of them to be the killer.
I was looking out for my son.
By teaching him how to cover things up, turning him into a co-conspirator in a criminal act?
We're gonna need to talk to Jake now.
Put this on me. Failure to safeguard a gun, tampering with evidence, disposal of a body, put it all on me. But don't charge my son.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, Mr. Dwyer. If your account is true, Jake will be arrested for second-degree manslaughter, and it'll be handled in family court.
I can't get any consideration. 20 years I put on this job.
If the facts you relayed hold true, my office will recommend to the Corporation Council that no period of incarceration will be imposed on Jake, but he will be arrested and charged.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Well, you should have left it at that.
The medical examiner report came back, Larry. Mrs. Gaviola was raped.
By your grandson?
We highly doubt that.
Well, you never know what some people are capable of.
What we're gonna do is take a DNA sample from you and from Jerry's corpse, and we'll have our answer pretty quick.
I understand.
Larry, I mean, what are we doing here? Are you really gonna make us jump through all these hoops, proving what's pretty damn clear to everybody in this room?
All these people saying great things about you. You working hard, keeping your nose clean since you got out. You've been doing great. Hold on to that. Keep your dignity. Tell us what went wrong and save everybody a lot of time and a lot of grief. Come on, then.
You know, when I got out, I read all these self-help books. I was determined to make it straight. And this one book, in the last chapter, this guy warns about a false euphoria. You know, and that's when you get all caught up in how you're improving yourself and how beautiful the world is, and then something happens that throws you back in the gutter, back to reality. I've been waiting for that, but I thought I had it lit.
What happened this morning?
I've been out of work. My PO's been on me to get a job, and I finally got an interview for this morning. I go out, and my truck has been towed, impounded, left my wallet in it. I go to Miss Gaviola, tell her I need to borrow $75. She says no. She's had bad experiences loaning people money. I tell her I'll bring it back in 3 hours. You know, but I need my truck. I need my wallet. I need to get to my interview. I need to keep my head above water. I found this woman on the floor of her kitchen because she fell over trying to make toast. I carried her to her bedroom, waited on her for 3 days.
So you snapped when she turned you down for the money.
As soon as I put my hands on her, I knew I was going away forever. It just made me madder. I had nothing against her. I had nothing against any of them.
Let's get it down.
It's false. All the do-good crap, it's all false. It's all just waiting around until the hammer drops.
Is there anything else in the past that you didn't get caught for, Larry? You were convicted on one rape assault. My guess is that there were others. Since you're coming clean, and I think it's admirable that you are, now would be the time to bring peace to other people's families.
I can respect that.
Were there others?
There was a waitress at the Golden Ladle Diner in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This was in 1983. Susie. And a prostitute in Decatur, Illinois. In 85, her street name was Bunny. She had red hair. You're right. I should talk about them now.
Rape assaults.
No, I killed them.
And then you took the clip out.
Yeah.
And you kept playing with the gun?
Yeah.
And somewhere in there you pointed a gun at Scott.
Yeah, we were playing.
And then you pulled the trigger?
No, I mean,
Was your finger on the trigger?
I have a baby gun. And that trigger, you have to really pull it. It's what I'm used to.
So your finger just kind of slipped?
I don't remember pulling the trigger. I didn't mean to if I did.
Were you moving around?
Yeah? Scott was acting like he was a gangbanger. And I was the cop. And he was coming at me. My BB gun. You have to really pull the trigger.
And then what happened, Jake? Look, I know this is hard, but you need to tell us.
There was this big explosion. And the gun jumped in my hand. And Scott fell down.
It's okay, son. It's okay.
Son giving a statement?
Yeah, DA's still in there with him and the dad.
It was an accident?
Yeah. Scott's mom been notified?
Yeah, I called her to make sure she was home so we could break the news in person, but she wanted to know on the phone.
What do you want to do about the assault charges on the boyfriend? We got him downstairs.
Drop it. It's over with.
All right, then cut him loose.
You still coming tonight?
No, we were still on.
See you later.
All right.
Why don't you come in and have a seat, Miss Lowe?
You have my boyfriend Steve Danzig in custody?
Yeah, there was a little scuffle, but Steve won't be charged with anything.
And where is he?
He's gonna be released.
Is there anything else you guys want to know about me? Anything else you want to accuse me of?
We were investigating your son's death.
Yeah, I lost my son. You made me feel even worse.
We're sorry that wasn't our intention.
Shame on both of you.
We're sorry.
I want Steve released right now. I'll be outside.
Scott was killed accidentally by his friend, Jake Dwyer. Jake's dad panicked and covered it up. I'm dropping the assault charge on you. You're free to go. Catherine's waiting for you.
Did you go with them as hard as you went at me?
12-year-old kid gets killed. It's the only way I'm gonna do it.
Then no hard feelings.
None here either.
Hey, Pop.
John.
Rita Ortiz is my dad.
John Clark. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
I heard you call it up on that 12-year-old got murdered.
Yeah.
Those are always hard. Were you working at 2?
No, me and my partner caught an elderly woman murdered in her apartment. It looked like a ground ball with her junkie grandson doing it, but once we got into it, it turned out to be an ex-con who appeared to have turned his life around, but he lost it and killed her this morning.
How much time you got on the job?
5 years.
5 years. And you're already in the detective bureau.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Where'd you work before this?
3 years in the 8-3 in uniform, then 2 in Manhattan South, Vice.
This luck come in the form of a big hook with someone who's got a lot of juice?
They needed Hispanic females in Vice.
I see.
Look at here. The bloomin' onion's back on the menu.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
Not at all.
I gotta hit the head real quick. Throw a warning shot if he leans on you too hard.
I'll be fine.
I've been looking forward to meeting you. I know how much John looks up to you.
It's a kind thing for you to say.
So, this is your spot?
Yeah, I've been coming here for a while. I don't know if he mentioned it at all, but John and I went through a rough patch when he went to work the 15th. We didn't talk for a while. I was out of line. I just hope he knows how much I love him.
I'm sure he knows.
Ride him, cowboy.
Okay, I'm gonna stand right here.
No, I'm fine.
You okay riding alone?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, sweetheart, we'll be on that bench right over there.
Okay.
Theo really takes you away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it too late to get him a cotton candy?
Stay here a sec.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Connie.
Look, if anything happens to me, I want you to take care of Theo. I mean, I'd want it legal. It wouldn't be a financial burden on you. That's all squared away. If you're up for that.
Of course I am.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Connie.
Theo asked if he could call you Mom.
Do you want him to call me Mom?
I don't want to disrespect his mother.
Well, I don't think it's disrespectful, Andy. I think his mother would want someone in Theo's life he could call Mom. Someone in both your lives.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
No. Not bad at all.
Tomorrow night we're getting a sitter and you're coming over to my apartment for dinner.
Sounds good.
Hey,
You have fun?
Yeah. Can I have some cotton candy, please?
Yeah, all right.